Paul, what advice have you do you have for other people who want to run a hobby business on the side?
Advice? Well, if it isn't fun, don't do it. Because as a combination of trying to have a work-life balance, like Chris mentions, and all of the issues you can get through, like Amanda mentioned, if you get in emotionally invested and deeper, perhaps monetarily, if it isn't fun, it's going to take way too much of your life to make, in the balance, far too little money to make up for that time if you live on that sort of direct scale. Because I do so many other things, I can get away with putting more time here and less time here and shifting it day to day. But if it's not fun and you don't have any sort of passion or enjoyment for it, regardless of the profit margin, you're going to lose somewhere else. Don't do it.
Do you have fun doing what you do? You?
Do I? Yeah, absolutely.
Amanda, what's the most important thing that you learned from your experience?
Oh, just one?
Yeah, the most important
thing.
Summary. I think the most important thing for me is, wow, that's a good, thanks for putting me on the spot, Karen.
Oh, sorry. That's kind of my job.
I think the most important thing for me that I learned personally within my business is to not be the brand of my business. I very much was Delish Wine Bar. I was the brand of my business. And in that situation, it's very, very hard to remove yourself from your business. It's one thing to be the face of your business at networking functions and, you know, especially as you're growing over time. But I was so deeply entrenched in being the brand. And I think part of that just organically came from my involvement in the community and in social media and the fact that my background is marketing and business development. And so I had someone, my mentor actually mentioned to me, she said, I've never seen a restaurant owner be the face of their business the way that you are. Usually it's a chef or it's the restaurant itself or something like that. So I think it was a bit of an anomaly. And in that, I did feel very trapped, that I would never be able to move out of my business and have a succession plan or be able to bring in a partner or sell it to the point where I could actually physically remove myself from it. And that, to Chris's point, that's why you start a business, is to build wealth and to build freedom for yourself over time and to be able to step away. And so I think that's probably the greatest lesson that I learned and something that I would not repeat, for sure.
Chris, when entrepreneurs come to you for advice, which I think they must because of your involvement in Startup Edmonton and you're a man about town, what do you tell them?
Well, you know, generally, if it seems like a good idea, and usually it is by the time it's gotten to that point, is to do it. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking I know 3 people in the room right now that I've had that conversation with in the last year that have started their own business and are already successful in paying the rent and our mortgage and feeding their kids and all that stuff. And that's I mean, we had the same apprehension when we started Yardstick. It was a hobby. It was a hobby business, and I had a great job, and my business partner had a great job, and we had mortgages and kids, and so it was a massive risk. We took it, and we were smart about it. So we had enough revenue. We felt we could do it safely, but never, ever once, kind of regretted it. And I would think most people I had that conversation with, as long as they've thought through their business, that they're confident there's a customer for their product, never look back, just do it. And the other thing is I always say is have a customer first. You don't have a business unless you have a customer. If you got a product, if you think you have a product or a service, you don't have a business unless you have a customer. I've seen it on the product side especially. A lot of people dream about products, but the customers don't need it.
And not a theoretical customer, but an actual, I will buy those if you make them, or do this service customer?
Yeah, an actual, here's a check. Yeah, it's got to be real.
Excellent.